So I think we should start. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming. I was thinking, it was the last session before the gaming and the fun, so I didn't know how many people was gonna show up. At one point I thought, maybe no one will show up. So I really thank you that you're here. I really do, I appreciate it. My name is Jose Maria Echeverria, very simple to pronounce, as you can see. So everybody within Zebra and who knows me, they call me Echeve, which, is the first 6 letters of my last name. It's the, easy to pronounce, okay? I am the regional product manager for the DCS product at Zebra since April 3rd. So I've been 2 months and 15 days. But I've been in Zebra for a very long time. I joined Zebra last century, 1999. And I've been doing various roles, all in pre-sales, and I come from the technical part. So we're gonna have fun today, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they asked me to come to the AppForum and talk about programming, and talk about SDKs, and talk about tools, and I am not a programmer. So we're gonna have a lot of fun, especially in the Q&A. But the good thing is I have Mr. Hatton here, Ian Hatton, which is a programmer. He knows how to program. So he's here to help me out for the Q&A that we will do while I'm running the presentation, okay? Now, how many of you sell scanners? Raise your hand, don't be shy. This is gonna be interactive, come on. You only you, nobody else sells scanners. And you serious? Oh, well, you need to do this from now on, because I will help you out, okay? Well, basically, what I want to show you today is the tools that we have to improve the experience of our customers, okay? If you remember many years ago, last century, you remember when you went to a retail store and you buy some clothes, and they have this pen that didn't write, had the red LED, and you have to pass it back and forth, and it will spend like 1 minute trying to scan a barcode. Do you remember that? You never saw a wand? Wow, amazing. Well, that was like in the 1990s. You will buy something, you get a barcode from the clothes, and they have this pen connected to the POS, and they need to pass the pen through the barcode. 1 time, twice, 3, 20, 30. Sometimes, they just went to the POS and write the number, of the barcode. This has evolution so much from then on what we have now. Now we got scanners that, they got bright lights, omnidirectional, 1D, 2D, and the way it's working is all the retailers, because what I'm going to talk about today mostly is scanners and POS systems, most of it, okay? The retailers, especially the big retailers, what they're doing right now is they're not only connecting a scanner, they're not only configuring a scanner, but they want to control the scanner from the POS and even from headquarters, from central, okay? So what we've been doing in the latest year, well, in a few years already, is to develop our own applications, to develop our own SDKs for them to be able to do this. Now, you'll know what this is. The wave, the adoption wave, okay? Basically, this is when a new technology comes out. The innovators are the first ones who want to try it. Something comes out brand new, and there's only a few people who say, well, I'm going to try it because it's something new, and if this works, I will be able to be one of the first ones to implement this because it will give me more productivity, it will give me whatever it is, okay? But the adoption percentage is very low. Then we go into the early adopters, what we call also the visionaries. Then we go to the early majority, and that's when everybody knows already technology is starting to be mature, and they decide, okay, now it's time to jump in. So when everybody's up, the wave goes back down, and it's the latest ones, the one that go, 1 generation late or 2 generations late is when they start adopting. Now, I want to talk about, in this wave, about 3 of the tools that we have. The first one is 1, 2, 3 scan. If you sold scanners before, you know what 1, 2, 3 scan is. Nobody else sold scanners in this room. Raise your hand, please. I want to know if you sold any scanners. Of course you did. You are Zebra. Okay, well that's good because I'm going to show you what 1, 2, 3 scan is. But this is, very mature, really, really mature. We created this tool back in 2009 or 2008, more or less. I mean, almost 10 years ago. Now, what we've seen in EMEA is that a lot of the retailers have difficulties or have challenges with the POS systems because you can get a scanner and you can configure it. The most typical configuration is when you scan a barcode, the scanner will do an enter key, like if you are pushing the enter key on your keyboard, okay? So the scanner can do it itself. Scan the barcode, the scanner will send the barcode and will send an enter key. Simple. So you can do all that configuration in the scanner. You can do much more configuration that we're gonna see in a minute. But when the retailers or when the customers want to take more control of the scanner, and instead of controlling the scanner through configuration of the scanner, they want to control the scanner through the POS system, that's when we get in the fun. That's when we need to talk about SDKs. That means for Windows, for all the POS that run in Windows OS, and right now, pretty much we're in the pragmatist. Everybody at one point in life, all our customers have had a Windows POS system. Back 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, all the POSs were Windows. Remember, even the Taiwanese and the Chinese bring in the clone PCs, and then we're putting them as a POS systems. Now, we even have something earlier, which is Windows is a nice OS, it's very stable, it's very mature, it's very well known, but it is big, it crashes sometimes, it's not perfect. We all know the blue screens, even in our own laptops. So retailers, they know that the POS system is the money-making machine. The POS cannot fail, full stop. So they've been looking for more reliable or more stable OS systems to implement to the POS, which is Linux. A lot of the retailers, a lot of the customers who have POS systems in EMEA, they're running Linux OS. And to the point, there are customers who are running Linux who have been discontinued 10 years ago. And they are not changing because they're really stable. Okay? So we have a 123 scan many years ago. We had the Windows SDK many years ago. And the latest one we're coming up with is with Linux SDK. So what I'm going to show you today is basically all the tools that we have for every single platform that has been adopted, in EMEA or in the world. Windows, Linux, Android, iOS, and 4690. And you will say, Android, iOS, crazy. Yeah. How many of you have seen an iPad as a point of sale? How many of you have seen a tablet, an Android tablet, as a point of sale? Well then, we need something to help them. For Android and for iOS. 4690, anybody knows 4690? IBM OS? All OS? Well, we also have some tools for 4690, okay? So let's focus on Windows. First thing, 123 scan. I will not talk much about this because I'm going to do a live demo. Anybody called Murphy here? Murphy's Law? If we can go wrong, it will go wrong. So I'm going to try to do a demo. Then we have the SDKs for what we call the traditional Windows, plus the SDKs for Windows UWPs. I'm not a programmer, so don't ask me what that is. Mr. Haddon probably might know, because I don't. We also have the OPOS and Java Post drivers, which are included inside the SDKs. Remember when I talked about the retailers want to manage the scanners remotely? They want to know how many scanners are connected. They want to know how many scanners are working because they see them from an MDN platform or whatever. Well, they can do it through SMS or even through WLMI. It's a Windows control platform, and you can poll the scanners, and you can know if the scanner is working properly. Then we have a scanner update utility. Keep an eye on that one because a scanner update utility is a very simple tool to upgrade firmware scanners. Okay? We're going to see how we do it in 123 scan, but 123 scan is the big tool, is the whole thing that's running on a laptop, and you connect whatever you want to do, and you can do many things. But scanner utility is only put a scanner in and press a button, and it will automatically flash the firmware if needed. Scan to connect. Imagine you will have a Bluetooth scanner, and you want to pair it with a POS system, which is running Windows, a full Windows. How would you do this? You need to know the MAC address of the PC, so the scanner can pair to that MAC address. Well, this application, what it does is, the only thing you do is run it, and it pops up a barcode with the MAC address of your laptop, or the PC, or the POS, or whatever. So you run it, you scan it, when you scan the barcode with your scanner, paired, one step. And also what we have is cordless Bluetooth wedge. When you pair that scanner with that barcode to your laptop, it emulates a keyboard. It's what we call HID, Human Interface Device. It's basically a keyboard. But we have come up with cordless Bluetooth wedge, which is basically the same thing, but more robust. Because HID is a one-way communication. If you're running away, the scanner knows that it's losing communication, but you cannot do anything else from the host. You know, the host doesn't know if you lost communication or not. I mean, you might have an icon, but you cannot do much. With this application, you can do much more. Sorry about that. So, let's see 1, 2, 3 scan for a little bit. 1, 2, 3 scan is a really, really powerful tool. It's got a patented configuration wizard that nobody can copy. It is really, really, really simple to configure a Zebra scanner. And I'm going to show you. What I'm going to try to do is, first of all, I'm going to do a firmware upgrade. Then I will do a device configuration. And then I will show you how to do a mass upgrade mode. Basically, a mass upgrade mode is, imagine that your customer buys 200 scanners. And they need to plug firmware or run configuration. So you get a USB hub, you plug it into a laptop, and you set it up as mass upgrade mode. All you gotta do is get a scanner with a USB cable, plug it into the hub. Wait till it upgrades automatically, and plug it and take it to the store. And plug as many as you wanna plug. I think you can plug up to 32 USB scanners at the same time. Okay? So here we go. This is 1, 2, 3 scan. This is the main screen. As you can see, I've been working with it for a long time also. So the first thing I'm gonna do a scanner firmware. The scanner, I have it connected through USB. As you see, the scanner is blinking. That means 1, 2, 3 scan has already detected the scanner. Okay, so when I click on this scanner with the serial number and with the actual firmware is going to pop up. Okay, it's telling me the scanner is an LI22, and it's got the firmware release 13, and I'm going to update to the latest one, which is release 13. It's the same one. Okay, you can check the release notes, and you can load the firmware and keep the actual settings, so nothing is modified. You can load the firmware and reset to factory defaults, or you can load the firmware and load other settings. This is how hard it is. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and it should be around here. More fish coming up. Sorry. I tried to do a fish, it was 7 seconds, okay? Because it's got the same firmware, it's not doing any firmware upgrade. But when it's got firmware, on the latest scanners, it takes about 7, 8, 9 seconds more or less, and then it will do a reboot. For some reason, it got crashed. Like I said, Morphe came today. So, let's see what happened. It stays on rebooting for some reason. See, I need to fill up 1 hour, so I was counting on this. I'll try something else. Let's do a factory default. It will do it at some point. Welcome, come on in. We're waiting. Is your name Murphy? No. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. We'll do it the hard way. Now let's see how this guy comes back. Hey, it's alive. That's the beeping of hope. If you hear that, this kind of wakes up. Now, when I plugged it in, you will see it takes a little bit for the scanner to be recognized again. It's a few seconds, so they change the protocol. And at the beginning, it doesn't find it, but now it will. Somehow it will. Anyway, here it is. Okay, I'm not going to do it again, so I won't waste any more time. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the configuration. Very simple wizard. Like I said, this is patented. So we do a new configuration file, and we've got two options. We have the scanner connected via USB, or my scanner is not connected. In this case, it's connected. So it finds the scanner, and it tells me what is the firmware that already has. So it's going to apply the configuration on this firmware. I click on that, and as you see on the left, it's got 7 steps. The first one is just your configuration file. Imagine that you want to create a configuration file for your customer, okay, and you are going to do it for them. So you write your customer name here, for example. Okay, and you can write in the notes for your future, relevance. What are you doing? If you're configuring an enter key, it's for this scanner and it's doing this and that. Whatever you want to write, you can set it up in there. Click on next. Here you tell them what connection you're going to have. In this case, it's going to be HID, USB. So I'll leave it like it is, and then you have all the options for all the interfaces that you have. Then you have for all the symbologies, where you can enable, disable, minimum length, maximum length, whatever you want to do with the symbologies. I'm not going to go through that because I don't want to take the whole hour. This is the fun part, the modified data. I told you before that the most common thing is send the barcode and an enter key. In some POS systems, it's a barcode and a tab key. Okay, so they're both by default configured here. But what we also have, what we call complex data modification, okay, which is basic prefixes and suffixes. Imagine you want to send letter E in front of every barcode you send, and then you want to send an enter key. Well, you do it with this. And we also have advanced, what we call advanced data capture. And I will show you what we can do. This is what we call ADF rules. And the ADF rules, what you can do is, you can tell the barcode for any symbology, any length of any barcode, and any special characters that you can find inside the barcode to do a complex data format to send it to your host. Okay? I'm going to do an example. I have my pack of cigarettes here, but in Spain they have a barcode. Here they don't. Anybody's got a barcode? Come on. No, I got that too. No, something like no. Any barcode? 1D. Yes. Good. I got a barcode here. I got an EN13 5449000111678. Okay? So what I can tell him, I know it's an EN13. I've been in this company for too long. And I can tell him that, where are you? The code type, and I can tell him that it is an EN13. Save. And what I'm going to tell him is, if it's an EN13, do something, and if it's not an EN13, do something different. Okay? So I'm telling him for this one, which is an EN13, to, for example, send. I'm going to send some values, and I want to send the value, for example, this one. Save another. I'm going to send another value, which is 0. Now 0 not because it's got an equal. Then I'm going to send the whole barcode, for example. Then I'm going to do an enter key. Then I'm going to do another enter key. And then I'm going to send sorry, not here. Send value. No, it's not this one. It's an ASCII. That's what I'm looking for. And then I'm going to do a G. And last, one more enter key. Okay? So when I scan this barcode, I should see the pound 5449000111678. Enter G, and whatever else I put at the end. Okay. By the way, I need another barcode. If you can find another barcode in the room, I'll appreciate it. Please.
It's there on.
No, it's gonna be a 1D.
Oh, 1D.
Oh, good. You got up. All right. Thanks for the cigarettes. I appreciate that. So, we keep on configuring. We've done the data. Sorry, we were doing the data, and for some reason, here we go. We will modify the data, so we'll do the next. Here we can do the general parameters of lighting, 1D, 2D, whatever we want to do. You know, every single parameter of the scanner is documented in here. Then, printing options. Here's the beauty of this software. You will see. What we can do is create a barcode with the configuration. Okay? So here you're telling what kind of paper you're doing, and the barcode layout, how big you want it, etc. And we're done. Now that we're done, we can do several things. We can save the file to the PC. If it's a configuration for our customer, we want to save it because they might ask in the future for this file. We can print the barcode. This is an LI, so it's a 1D imager. So the configuration barcodes are going to be 1D. If it was a 2D scanner, it would be one code like the one we have in our batches. Something like that, nothing else. Okay? We can send it through the USB. When we can print it, we can even send these barcodes through email or through a cell phone. So imagine your customer is deploying all these scanners around the country. In each superstore or hypermarket, they're putting 3 scanners, so you don't need to go there to do the physical installation. You can tell them, send the scanner, plug a USB, and read the barcodes, and the scanner is configured. So it will give you the power of doing remote installations without sending a technician to do this. Okay? So in this case, since I have it connected, I'm going to send the barcode to the scanner. There's my scanner. I click on it. Murphy, don't come back, please. Yes, done. So now we have our configuration done, and we're going to test it. I'm going to close 1, 2, 3 scan because I don't want to go any more deeper into this. Now you're going to hear the scanner. Here, let's save it just in case. Now the scanner is going to switch to USB. When we leave 1, 2, 3 scan, it goes back to the default configuration. And now what I'm going to run, sorry about this, I need to run a WordPad. There you go. So now, I'm going to scan your barcode, which is an EN8. And this is all we have. Not even an enter key, as you see. The barcode and the cursor, you have it at the end. So for you to distinguish it, I'm going to press 2 down. And now let's see if we did some magic. Aha. So now every single barcode that is an EN13 that we read will do that. But if I read any other barcode, it will not. Okay? Really, really powerful. Everything is inside the scanner. Okay? So let's keep on going. All right. If I can see. Thank you. So, SDK for Windows. We've talked about the SDK. What we supply with the SDK is drivers, core scanner, WMI for WMI control, all POS and Java POS drivers. The APIs for C++, for C, C#, and Visual Basic.NET. We also provide Studio project templates, sample utilities including source code, which I'm going to show you in a second, and also programmer guides and dictionary of scanner parameters. At the end, if I tell you, we talk about the scanners, we talk about Interleaf 205, and we talk about, any special configurations, you need to have this dictionary so you know what you're configuring, okay? And also, I believe you'll receive these presentations later on. We have in YouTube one page dedicated to all our software tools with videos that will show you how to use them, okay? Always supported from Windows XP up to now to Windows 10. And I'm going to show you the tools. We've seen 1, 2, 3 scan, okay? Now, if we open the Scanner SDK, we look at the C++ application. This is basically the same thing as the 1, 2, 3 scan, but you have more view of what you're doing. So, for example, we'll do image video. I can tell the scanner to take an image. Well, not this one, sorry. This is a linear imager. Let's say, pull trigger. Sorry, it's not connected. There you go. This one. Oh, great, unavailable. Murphy came to see us a lot today. Anyway. On yours?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it?
LS 22. Or new one.
Oh, DS22, yes. That'll give us more power. See, once I'm connected, Windows drivers already in. All right, here we go. So let's discover it. Ah, here it is. So, I'm still gonna do pull the trigger. I want this one. Image, maybe I can do image. No, I cannot do it. There's something wrong with my laptop today.
Why does the COM interface says IBM Handheld? Should it be USB?
Good question. That's a very good question. When you plug in the scanner through your laptop or through your Windows machine, it's configured as USB and as an HID. But the protocol that we use to connect to the scanner and to be able to interact with them is within the protocol of IBM USB Handheld. Okay? That's why it shows up like that. See, when I close this, you should hear, remember when I close 1, 2, 3 scan, the scanner reboot, you know, after 3 seconds? We should see the same thing now. Maybe not, because it's not interacting correctly. So there's something wrong with my laptop. But anyway, this works, okay? Murphy, go away, please. So let's keep on going. Okay, my laptop now crashed. Here we go. So, let's talk about a little bit about SMS. Scanner management system. We've done configuration of the scanner. Murphy came and we couldn't do the SDK software that I show you. And I do not have a demo here because we need to set up a whole network, but I want to explain you how this works. With 1, 2, 3 scan, what you can create is an SMS package. Okay? You have your network, your headquarters, and all your POS systems and all your supermarkets. The only thing you need to have is Windows or 4690 machine and run in the POS the SMS agent. So what you do with your MDN machines, your SOTI, AirWatch, or whatever you want to use, you get that SMS package, you send it to each POS, and the SMS agent will grab the configuration, or will grab the SMS package, and will automatically update the scanner remotely. Okay? It's very, very simple. Now let's go to Linux. Now we're going to into the latest OS systems in POS. For Linux, we provide 3 things. We provide the SDKs, obviously for application development. We provide Java Post drivers, which are part of the Linux SDK. And we provide also SMS. I said only 4690, we also provide it for SMS. But you know, Linux has got so many flavors and so many distributions, it is nearly impossible to support all of them. So I wanted to show you all the distributions that we support in 64 and 32 bits. You know, for CentOS 7, 6.3, SLAS, SUSE, Ubuntu, etc., etc. And for SMS, we support Ubuntu 14, SLAS 11 SP2, and SL11 SP3. Okay? Android, same thing, SDK. If we need to develop application to control the scanner for a tablet, we got the SDK to develop it. And we also have a scanner control app utility. If you have an Android phone, you go into Google Play, you look for Zebra scanner control, you look for it, and it will pop up there. And also, we have the cordless scan to connect utility, which is also on Google Play. It's doing the same thing as I showed you the one in Windows. It will pop up with the barcode of the MAC address of your Bluetooth. So with one scan, you can pair a Bluetooth scanner to your phone or to your tablet. And with the scanner control utility, basically what you can do is once you have it paired, you can control the scanner. You can turn the LEDs on, the LEDs off, you can make it beep. You can do some simple configurations. The link is over there. For iOS, we're running the same thing. We're running the SDK, and we're also having the scanner control app utility, which is also in the App Store. Now, the utility that we have now in the App Store is not as evolution for the one for Android. We expected to have it equally by the end of the year. Okay, it's a little bit more limited. And last, for 4690, 4690 was a OS system that was pretty big 10, 15 years ago, but it's declined very much. Anybody heard about a Port 9B? That was 4690. Basically, what we created was SMS for legacy systems. A lot of customers have, still running 4690 and they want to have scanner management systems. So we have created the agent for this 4690. Marketing material, very simple. Zebra.com/scanner software, software downloads and user guides. They're all together on the same page. And the how-to videos, zebra.com/scanner how-to videos. Let me show you, because I have the web pages open. Whoa, where are you going? So, we got the videos in zebra.com. When you click on here, it will take you directly to the YouTube page where you have every single video. 1, 2, 3 scan, 1 minute tour, how to create a configuration file, that advanced data formatting, scanner control app for Android, SDKs, SMS, and then you have all the drivers and utilities. 1, 2, 3 scan configuration, SMS service, SDK for Android, SDK for iOS, SDK for Windows, virtual COM port if you want to emulate a serial cable, a serial COM port, Opus driver, Java Post driver, Twain driver, and documentation. And not even that. The other one that I was telling you about is this one in our support page. You have all the scanners over together. 1, 2, 3 scan, Bluetooth wedge, cordless scan to connect for Windows, Opus and Java Post, scanner SDK, all in one single page. So it will be really easy for you to find. You don't have to go to all our crazy Zebra pages that we have all spread. Okay, all in one page. Okay. And I believe this is my last slide. Sure is. So now, let's do the fun part. Questions? Yes?
What is the procedure to do mass upgrade if you have more than 2,000 scanners?
More than how many?
2,000 scanners.
2,000 scanners. Yeah. And where are the scanners?
They are local.
Local?
At one place.
At one place?
Yeah.
So you bought the scanners, or you got the scanners at the distributor, or on your...
I'm a distributor. We have provided it to one of our partners.
Okay. I would guess the fastest way to do it is with 1, 2, 3 scan, with USB hubs, and running the mass firmware upgrade that I showed you at the beginning. Or, if you have several PCs, you can do the single update, which is plug one scanner, press a button and scans. And sends the firmware.
What is that?
It is the firmware update utility.
Can you show that?
I don't have it here. It's basically, it's a utility. If you take out of the 1, 2, 3 scan, you extract only the firmware upgrade utility, is that portion of the 1, 2, 3 scan. You run it in your laptop, it's an executable file, you run it. You have to have the firmware file in a specific folder, and once you plug in the scanner and the scanner is recognized by the utility, all you gotta do is press the enter key, nothing else. The scanner is flashed, and when it finishes, it beeps, you take it off, and then you plug in the next one.
Okay, can I get that utility?
Yep, it's in our support page.
Because I'm not aware of that utility, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's not, I think it was not published. I don't know if it's here already. Let me check.
Because it's not there.
Let's see. No, it's not here, but I know, for example, for all the SDK for Linux, they are not published, I believe, or they were not published. If you call our support group, support center, they will give you access to that, and they will send you that firmware upgrade utility. We are working on creating a more centralized page where everything is published, but we are on the way right now.
So I cannot get it from this?
Not from the web page. Call support. You know support number, or the EMEA tech?
Yeah, I know what EMEA tech.
Okay. If you send an email to EMEA tech, they will send it to you. I mean, it's a free utility.
Correct. So that's the fastest way of upgrading those scanners?
Yeah. Either one of the two, 123 scan or the firmware upgrade. The difference with 123 scan is that you got a hub, a 8-port hub. You can plug in scanners at the same time and flash them. And keep on plugging scanners and they will be flashed automatically. So one of the two should be really fast.
Okay.
More questions? Are you sure you don't want to ask anything? Come on.
Are you going to add a simulator for ADF rules?
Wow, what question? I do believe in the latest version of 123 scan it was included. Here, let me check. We'll see.
What is the question? You can simulate ADF rules. It's a very complex ADF rules and more than one. And you to test the rules.
Yeah.
Where the rule matches what.
I know on the last 3 versions we have a scanner emulator into 123 scan. So let me show you. Here, data view. Now the scanner needs to change at some point. My laptop is, here we go, here it is. So here we have the scanner, just recognize it. Once you click on it, you can do a barcode data viewer on USB HID, or if it was USB OPOS, or if it's USB Snappy, and even for images. Will this help you out?
No.
You just want a specific ADF viewer.
Do you remember the very first version of 123 scan for the PC370? The yellow scanner?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember P370.
Okay, that 123 scan version had a simulator, so you can program a couple of ADF rules and then send a specific barcode into that simulator, and you can see where it matches.
But it wasn't 123 scan. It was MCL.
No, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was
But it
had
was
nothing to do.
123 scan.
Yeah. Okay. What he's talking about is a simulator within the laptop, within the computer, to simulate the behavior of the scanner. Okay. He's talking about a scanner that had a keyboard and a display, the P370, P460, back in the early 2000s. But the P family, the Phaser family, was programmed with MCL collection, that's what it was called. It was a utility from MCL, the guys having here. And basically, they have a simulator, but it wasn't for the ADF, it was for the application you were developing.
No. It was really the very first 123 scan.
123 scan?
Yes, I can get it from my hotel room. I have a laptop with me in my archive.
Okay.
I have it, really. It was like 123 scan 2, but very, very basic. And you can also program ADF rules, and you can
Simulate them.
you can simulate. You could see the buffer and how the ADF rules were processed.
Wow. Okay. Well, I never tried it. I didn't know it existed. And I use 123 scan since day one. But I will ask. I don't know the answer,
Okay.
but I will ask. Because I know the guy who takes care 123 scan. So,
It's very helpful when you have a couple of rules
Yeah.
and they're kind of complex.
yes.
And you lose track where the buffer is right at the moment. And
Yeah. Back when I was pre-sales, I had a customer who was putting into one single scanner 19 ADF rules. And they were very complex. I mean, they were running out of memory inside the scanner. So I know what you're talking about. You want to test them before you do something wrong and you need to start programming. At least with 123 scan, you can modify the ADF rules. Back when you wouldn't have a 1, 2, 3 scan, if you missed the wrong barcode when you did the FDS, that was really, really painful. Yeah. But like I said, I don't know the answer, but I will suggest it.
Fine.
Thank you. More questions?
Does 123 scan supports Motorola scanner 9208 and symbol scan previous version of Zebra? Is it okay? Can you use it?
Well, if it's Zebra, if it's Motorola, if it's Symbol, it doesn't matter. That's just the brand. 123 scan was launched in 2009, and 123 scan version 2, which is what is called now is 123 scan 2, it was launched in 2011, 12 more or less. We know the plugins for 123 scan were not fully compatible with 123 scan 2. I've had, for example, one scanner that when it was launched, it had this firmware and didn't have the 123 scan plugin, so I have to update it with cable, with previous firmware upgrade procedures, to have that 123 scan plugin. I can tell you that the scanners for the last 8 years at least, 2010, yeah, around 7-8 years, they should be fully compatible with 123 scan. They should be. You need to check on the firmware. At the end, it's very simple. Grab the scanner, plug it into your laptop with a USB cable, and see if it flashes. If it flashes, it's working.
So if it flashes, so I guess SMS system also available.
Exactly. Yeah, because SMS is using 123 scan to create the package, so it's gotta be 123 scan compliant.
So it doesn't matter what the logo on the scanner.
No,
Motorola,
not at all.
Zebra,
No.
Symbol, so it's
Motorola bought Symbol Technologies in 2007, and Zebra bought Symbol, although the enterprise branch of Motorola, in 2014. Even if it says Motorola, the scanner from 2013 is compatible with 123 scan. It's a matter of branding, it's a matter of companies. But yeah, it's fully compatible. More questions? Or some more hands? No hands? Are you sure? We got 10 more minutes.
okay. I have one question about SDK for EOS. It's compatible with Xcode, yes? So it can be used
Compatible?
in Swift.
Yes? Compatible with Xcode?
Yeah, development Xcode.
Oh.
So it can be used for example, Swift language. Is it okay? Or just Objective-C?
Mr. Hatton, that one is for you. Phew.
I don't know anything about the iOS option, actually. I can have a quick look and see. So yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't either.
Just interesting, okay.
No, what we're seeing right now in the market is most of the integrations that we do with scanners with an iOS, obviously is via Bluetooth, because you got the tablet, and basically when they set them in special frames and POS looking things, but they got the power connector, so they don't run out of battery. The only way to interact with the tablet or with an iPad is via Bluetooth. So you have a Bluetooth printer.
So it's like your device.
Like a what?
Like keyboard device.
Yeah.
Right? How to say it? It's different types of connect. Like human device, you can see the battery life and some other features. Yes. If you connect it like human device.
Like HID,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's
I
connected.
If you just pair it with a tablet, just to use it as a HID device, obviously no, because it will behave like a keyboard, okay? Now, if you develop application through via Bluetooth, you can see the attributes of the scanner. I understand that you could. I have not seen it though. Yes?
If you have an alternate firmware, where should we save that firmware so that we can use it for upgrading in the scanner?
Sorry, if we have a what?
Alternate firmware. We don't want to use the latest firmware. We want to use a previous version of firmware for a scanner.
Of firmware.
Ah,
Firmware, sorry, firmware, okay. Oh, so you want to load a previous one?
Correct.
Yeah, there's no problem.
So where do we save that firmware file so that it shows up in the application?
Okay, very simple. If you got the 123 Scan plugin, you grab it, you put it in any folder that you want, and all you gotta do is come to, hold on, because I got my screen is really dark and I can see. all you gotta do is in Tools, import plugin into 123scan.
Okay.
So you open this, you find the plugin wherever you have played it, where you have saved it on your laptop.
Firmware file or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Okay.
Now keep in mind that 123scan keeps track of firmwares. So if I want to look for, imagine I'm going to do a new configuration file and I tell my scanner is not connected. Let's look for one that has a lot of versions. Let's say, probably this one. Well, see, the LI 4278, 123scan already has two versions, version 16 and version 17. There's probably more scanners that have more versions. Let's try DS77. No, DS77 only have one. But the versions are usually stored in 123scan, and we, as far as I know, we don't get rid of any versions, okay? If you need an older version that you don't have, we can get it for you, because we have them all saved in a database. But usually you should be able to find them into the scanner. Now, what is more difficult is, once we release a new firmware for a new scanner, it takes a little while to have the plugin for 123scan, okay? It can take 2-3 months, because it's not an easy process, okay? Testing and validation to make sure everything works correct. But the old ones, they're very easy. They should be 123scan, and if not, you can talk to tech support and they can get them to you.
Because when you're updating the firmware, there is an option called as select alternate firmware. If
Yes.
you click on update scanner firmware, you
Yeah.
get that option.
Well, my scanner is not. It's doing funky things. For some reason, my scanner is not showing. Let's see. No. I cannot show you because it's not detecting the scanner correctly. But yeah, it could be.
Could you shut down your SDK?
Oh, it should be. Yeah. You shut down. Here, let's try.
Going back to your iOS question, I just looked at the specs and it's supporting iOS 8 and 9. It's only for the CS4070 and the RFD8500. So it's Bluetooth connected scanners and there's an Xcode project.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For scanning, regular scanning and pairing with all of them. But for developing, yeah, exactly as iOS. Well, I cannot show you because my laptop went crazy today.
You have to exit the data view because data view switched back to HID.
Yeah, no, it's not switching to HID. It's doing something. It's simulating HID over tabletop, IBM tabletop.
Okay, but if you exit it, the scanner should be recognized.
Yeah. See, I was going back. Let's try. My laptop is 4 years old. It's been replaced next month. So, hopefully. I want to see this guy blinking. There you go. Okay, here we go. So you would scan a firmware. Check for updates and select alternate firmware. So here, you should be able to see all the firmwares that are in the scanner data in the 123scan database.
And once we import the plugin, it should show up here.
It should show here. Yeah. All right, more questions. We got 5 more minutes.
I'll just have the last one.
Okay. Sure. That's the easiest question today. All right, guys. Well, if there are more questions, I hear some people playing there, and I'm sure there's beer back there. So, if you wish, thank you.